Yes.
You have fresh mussels.
We cannot have fresh mussels when we have.
Da-da-da-da. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, chef, they are frozen.
Of course, now I start yawning.
He likes nothing. I'm gonna stop flipping out in 2 seconds.
Bella Luna's food as authentic and fresh. Chef Ramsay is beyond disappointed.
Yeah, I can't sleep. Well, I can. So much.
I don't know where to start. My experience at lunchtime was dreadful. And there was nothing authentic in what you just served me. And I'm struggling. The big kick in the balls for me, the mussels are actually frozen.
Like
Why are you
to.
serving frozen mussels? No, I need to know because you told me fresh. I'm only going on what you told me.
We don't sell enough mussels for me to have them fresh every week.
So then what's the most important thing to do about that dish?
Take it off the menu.
Take them off the menu. So why haven't
She doesn't want to take
she?
off the
Who
menu.
is she?
My mother.
Why would she do it?
Maybe we can
Sorry,
with two big new menus.
I try not to have anything frozen on the menu.
Stop. I try not to have anything frozen on the menu. You didn't say that.
Yes, you did say that.
Right,
but
so they're frozen.
then him as a chef, he should tell me, take them off the
I
menu.
did
I
tell
mean,
you.
that's the chef.
Yes,
I did
take
tell
them
you.
off the menu.
Why is it still on? Why?
It's still on because of the constant circle of miscommunication. Who wants it off, who wants it on, and it still stays on by the end of the week.
I don't know what it is. Thinking that you can just buy a restaurant because it succumbs to your dreams. Your fundamentals are all screwed up, and you have big issues here. From making pasta to proper seasoning, you've got more chance winning the lottery than you have becoming a success here.
Oh. What is going on? Oh.
Need that?
Good evening. Just give a quick run through. Line work. Who does what?
You're not gonna
He
get
stays on
any
that side, I
tickets.
stay on this side. We try not to like cross each other so we don't step on each other's toes.
Why can't we get tickets? You do what you want. There's just some bits of paper like that.
Yes, you have bits of paper like that. There's no proper ticket.
I need a shrink from the microwave.
Show me those.
Alright, we're gonna get these guys exploring.
Okay. Defrosting chicken in a washing basin full of blood, and then we're prepping it next to a cooked meatball. Wow.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not seeing very much what you're portraying in the front of the menu. You know, the fresh ingredients, and please be understanding. And you know the chicken's frozen.
The chicken we're buying fresh.
Chicken's frozen. Why don't you come around? I'll show you where the frozen. Those chicken breasts frozen. Yes, they were. Thank you. The chicken's not fresh, it's frozen. We're defrosting it here in the washing basin. See that blood there? And you don't know that this is frozen.
You're yelling at me. This is an issue that you should take with the chef.
You don't defrost the shrimp in the microwave before we soak them.
No, I know that we put it in ice water.
What? So, just, yes, you were defrosting the frozen shrimp where? In the microwave.
We don't put them in the water.
No. Okay, so you didn't tell me any of this when I first met you. All you told me about was your freshness. You and said that the authenticity and what you stand for. That's what you told me.
Right.
So
We believe in that.
you believe in it, but you're not actually practicing it.
Yes.
You say one thing, and do the opposite.
Right.
Fucking hell. What?
Okay, so
Feeling misled by Rosaria about the freshness of the food, Chef Ramsay decides to do a little investigating to find out what is really going on.
go to main menu.
How much chicken does one restaurant?
All this.
Have you got 2 seconds? Is that right?
What happened?
How much chicken do you think you have in the freezer?
Oh,
I really don't know.
low storage.
Buy it fresh. It's fresh.
Really?
morning.
and we're freezing it. And then we're defrosting it to send it back out. Why should anybody wait for shit like this?
I saw the calamari being fresh today. It's fresh.
Crazy. So why in denial?
The kitchen is not my responsibility. I have enough responsibilities for it. Am I a superwoman?
How did you not know?
I don't have 20 years of experience.
If you are making the statement of being fresh,
Oh, Lord, have mercy. We got a new room we can
20
build.
years experience, you should know everything. You should know what's going on in every fridge.
So it's my fault.
So if it's not your fault, then whose is it?
I'm not the chef for it. You're pointing everything out on me.
Yeah, let me go and get him.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Empty down in the basement. Uh-oh. Yeah. Ain't going like that. We got 2 seconds? Yeah. What's the matter? Let me show you.
Okay.
You don't cook that much chicken and then freeze it like that.
We buy them fresh and we bread them and we make them ourselves.
You're telling me that. I'm an idiot believing you.
I didn't call you an idiot.
I'm calling myself an idiot because I believed you. You're allowed these
I'm not a fan of frozen food. I don't like frozen food.
You're endorsing it. You run a business selling it.
That's storage.
You don't know. This is so silly. You don't like frozen food.
I don't like frozen food.
What the fuck?
I don't like frozen food.
So you have the nerve to sell to your customers.
So it's not working because this is frozen. That's what you're telling me. If something is frozen, it's bad. If it stays frozen, it's bad.
Come on.
Yeah.
You can't be this naive.
I don't know why we don't have people coming through the door.
I feel like screaming because it's like you're in denial. This is not cost control. This is stupidity at its best. You don't need to be a culinary genius to identify how bad this is.
Why don't you just pick up? No.
Right. You knew it from the minute we came in here, man.
Okay? That's so wrong. He wants to hear it from you.
I would say it's my mother's fault. It's her restaurant, and I might be pointed as a bad guy, but I'm not.
All right, so
For being frustrating Gianfranco and Rosario the horrible state of their food storage, Chef Ramsay heads back upstairs to see what's inside the leftover refrigerator.
33%.
In the desert would be that. After something disgusting. Fresh turnips. Oh, God.
Right. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, fail. Fire or roaches?
No.
I don't serve it.
How many times
Shouldn't
did I
take
say
long.
that? Rubber 100. Disgusting.
Wrong. Left over from
They're left over from your brother's wedding.
Come on, guys.
Any idea how bad a turnip needs to go before we can just
I'm not serving. We're not using it.
no disrespect, but what would you know is being served? No, this is not funny. I am fucking pissed off. Wait, it gets worse.
Nobody throws anything
I
out.
can't wait for this fucking excuse. Have you any idea
Oh.
how bad slice of beer needs to go that colour? Just smell that. Oh, sorry, no, not to the beer.
How's that? How long is that there?
Couldn't have been 2 days, man.
Oh, fuck off. 2 days. What in the fuck is going on? You don't fucking care, you do.
Of course I do care.
You don't give a shit. Says who? That walk in there is a disgusting mess. You should be ashamed.
Let's see.
Hair in the food? Who just said hair in the food? Me? Is this a joke? Come round.
Oh, no, I think she's talking to somebody.
If you were examined tonight, would you think closed. We have to
Close down.
Close down.
Can you go
Oh,
and apologise to every customer?
Yes.
I am shutting it down.
okay.
May I have your attention, please? We here at Villa Luna apologize for any inconvenience to the wonderful people in this community tonight, but we are shutting it down. We are not worthy to continue this service. All right, it's shut down.
Can we close that door, please? It's just gonna keep getting hotter in there, and more stuff is gonna go bad.
What more stuff can go worse? Tell me.
I have no clue.
And now, in the last 60 seconds, all of a sudden you give a fucking shit about what's going to go off. You've got lazy. And yet you cannot accept it.
Start the quest.
You're done, aren't you? You're finished.
What do you mean? Tonight?
Oh, no, not for the night, but just in general. You're a spent force.
No, it's not who I am.
Ready?
Yeah, I haven't gave up. If I had, I would have left you. I would have left you here by yourself.
You already sent out the maximum number of quests. Upgrade the overseer's office to send more. Okay.
Well, how about you stepping up?
All the pressure, all the tension, it's building on top, and me not getting paid.
There's a reason why you haven't had a fucking paycheck in 2 years. Do you ever stop and ask yourselves? You're making so many mistakes, you don't even know what's right or wrong. And you're allowing him to do it. You're both destroying each other. I'm amazed you stayed open for 3 fucking years.
And I can't do everything for them. I cannot be checking produce.
Why did you buy a restaurant when none of you worked in one?
See there.
I don't know what to do next.
I don't know what to do,
know.
Chef.
That makes 3 of us, because right now, I've got fucking no idea where to start. A chef that's checked out, that's given up, and an owner that's in fucking denial.
I'm not in denial. I'm not.
Of course, she's not going to be in plain sight. Oh, there he is.
I know you.
Gotcha, bitch.
That walk-in's not that big. Something's got to change here, man. The cards laid out. Either we go all in or we turn around.
Not making any money.
We haven't made any money. And now we ran out of heart. You know what to do. You just lost it, son. You were taught right, and you have traditions from our family. You just gotta put that back in play, you know?
Every floor's got one.
Fed up with both Rosaria and Gianfranco, Chef Ramsay has devised a plan to get everything, once and for all, out into the
Here
open.
at half.
Okay, Gianfranco, Rosario. Each of you
Okay.
is going on trial. One at a time,
Ooh.
you're going to come up here and defend yourself. Got it? Rosario, I'd like you to go first. Come on down. Okay. Take the podium. Thank you. Now, Tracy,
Go explore, my friend.
weaknesses.
Needs to be tougher on the back
I'm gonna
kitchen.
send you up there.
Be tougher on the
Since you really don't have nothing to collect.
People do things my kindness for weakness. But I'm not a weak person. I'm
But you're weak.
standing
You're
here.
weak because she lets people walk all over her.
That's one point down to me. Go ahead. Next.
Unorganized, mismanagement, no follow through. You know.
But I'm one person. I cannot be doing everything. If my job was just to manage and sit in my office and pay bills, I would have everything down pat.
And
But
that's
I'm
what it
there
should be.
serving.
That's what it
I'm
should
doing bar. I feel like I'm having a nervous breakdown.
And then I walk
Nobody
out
understands.
and you're
Nobody
cleaning
gives a
windows.
shit.
How many
Yeah,
times
because
have I said to
nobody
you?
cleans windows, and I'm there cleaning instead of going into the walk-in and checking to see if there's any produce that's going bad. Okay, last night was an eye-opening for me. I didn't have no clue what the hell was going through that walk-in.
Okay, Gianfranco, yeah?
She's too nice, and people step over her.
You made it easier
was your dream to be a chef. You wanted to go to school. You made it happen.
Yeah, maybe this is the wrong way round. How about you getting up and swapping places with your mother?
Yeah.
Let's go. Because it's just starting to shift to you, my boy. You also have to take responsibility for your own actions.
I will continue. Why are you letting go? Why?
I feel like I do all this work and I don't get any credit for it, and I don't really show my true passion because I'm just working with this disgustingly huge menu that I do not like.
You gotta take responsibility too. It's not just hers, it's not just yours, but I mean, at least take
I
her.
don't have the time and the money to go.
To take over. You're the chef. Make a menu. Okay? If he takes the bull by its horn and he just does it, I'm not
All
gonna
right,
say no.
we're gonna have to rush. We gotta get power.
Some balls like I always tell you.
You are a chef, young man, but you need to find your voice.
You're right, I do.
Okay.
All right,
You,
so everybody's out exploring.
you need input from
It's
another
gonna take
source.
9 hours for you guys.
Hang on a second.
I think I can actually rush this.
Come in. Thank you. Bill, good to see you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. This is Bill.
Hi.
And he brought a few of his friends. Take a seat, ladies and gentlemen.
All
Please come
right.
through. These people represent the town of Easton. You recognize them because they've all died in the restaurant design. Ladies and gentlemen, the owners and the staff need to hear from you what were your recent experiences when you went to Bella Luna. Far away.
The right path, I can feel it.
Fly in the wedding suit. And it was kind of an embarrassment. We just left it there because we just didn't want it.
Suit the day. So, I mean, anything to say to Bill?
I apologize about that. I just apologize.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Next, please.
The food and the service have both been subpar. All of our entrees came out at different times, making it very difficult to enjoy a family meal.
That's my issue with food being prepared and sitting on the line because we're short-staffed.
It's not the customer's problem, the fact that you're short-staffed. It's not just the service. Yes, sir, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next, please.
Anything behind them? Nope. So far,
Very disappointing experience.
so
from what I
good.
expected. Everybody has a bad night. I figured I'd give you another chance. And the second time I went, it was extremely disappointing. Our dinners were totally wrong. My son ordered chicken. He got veal. I threw my money on my table and said, I'm done. I will never come back here.
Sorry for the experience.
Next, please.
Food, everything just did not work out. But what really, really stood in my mind was I ordered a cannoli, and the cannoli was sour. And so you came over to me, and you gave me a fresh cannoli. Well, why didn't you give me the fresh cannoli first, rather than give me an old cannoli that left a horrid taste in my mouth? I mean, a sour cannoli, I mean, it can get you sick.
Right, but I was not aware that you were giving the sour cannoli that wasn't good.
Well,
I mean,
maybe
if I
the
would've
sour
tasted
cannoli
it
shouldn't even
without
be there.
that, I wasn't giving it to you. You know,
But my point is as the
when
owner
the cannoli
manager-
came back and then I tasted it and then I said, this is going bad.
Well, yeah,
Gone bad. Not going. Gone bad.
bad.
Once it's gone, it's gone. It's not coming back, is it? So,
Right.
you know, that should be gone
Right.
the night before. You know, it
That's
shouldn't
what I
be
was
there.
saying. Like, why even serve something that is questionable?
You're right.
That was
Totally
it.
right.
That was the experience that I said, I don't think I'll ever come back to this restaurant.
To hear what they were saying. You know, the reality. As much as it hurts, it's the truth.
This feedback this morning has been pivotal. I hope you'll all be willing to give Bella Luna one more chance. On behalf of the owners and the team, I'd like to say a big thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much indeed.
I think everything has to be changed. And if that's what we need to hear to make things better and get Bella Luna back on the map, I guess that's where we need to.
Convinced that Rosaria and John Franco are now fully aware that change is their
Da-da-da-da.
only option, Chef Ramsay goes ahead with stage one of his plan, transforming the dated decor of Bella Luna.
Good morning.
Do-do-do-do.
Welcome to the new Bella Luna.
Oh my God.
Did you see this, Matt?
Amazing.
Oh my God.
blueprint
How
though.
bright and refreshing does this beautiful restaurant look?
Do you like it, John?
I love it. Gone is that dark red maroon colour. We've lightened up the walls, the ceiling with that beautiful grey.
Oh my God.
Gone are those hideous tables in the middle, replaced them with central tables, great for families. It's got that communal feel as well. And the back wall, the entrance to the kitchen, we've had a bit of fun there. Those cutting boards just give it that nice rustic charm.
Oh, yes. I never thought Bella Luna had any chance of looking this amazing. I'm still speechless, and everybody will. I'm never speechless.
When I first arrived here, this
There
area
we go.
was a bit of a disaster. What I'm about to show you is something that is unique.
Did
It's a game
it?
changer. Because you have now a state-of-the-art, stunning, brand new, here we go, beautiful POS system from Dynaware. It's going to transform your business. You can track your inventory. You can adjust your costings, labor costs, and what we need to hit on a weekly basis. And trust me, chefs, it'll be so much less of a confusion for you in the kitchen. This thing is going to be an absolute dream machine. Excited? Good.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I can't believe that I'm standing in Bella Luna. I feel
Is that
like
you,
a little
Derry?
girl
Did you bring me
when I was
another
back
little
in Sicily.
friend?
It's amazing. I'm just
Gotta
so
see a
thrilled.
night dog. You realize most of the animals here are mole rats, right? I'm sorry, I've come to take away your cat.
Take a good look at Bella Luna's new food.
Well, that would explain the lack of purring. Here, take this for your troubles.
The vegetables, sea mussels, fresh. When they're open, they're cooked. You send them. That's how you should be serving a bowl of mussels.
Amazing.
Delicious capitelli. Beautifully unmade.
Here, kitty,
Nice,
kitty, wait
creamy,
a minute.
tomato
You're not a
sauce.
cat.
With that, you've got the delicious lasagna. I made a
This
nice-
place is
nice rich bolognese
designated human-free
sauce.
area.
Fancy salmon, serving a Bella
It's quite
Luna.
simple.
Great
4
with
legs, you
mussels,
live. 2
parmesan,
legs, you die.
olive oil vinaigrettes.
What if you lost a leg after taking an arrow to the knee?
And it does.
Give it up or we'll
Absolutely no
drown this
food there
kitten.
at all.
Okay, well, you got 2 legs, so you die. I like that one.
Hello. Welcome to the
Well,
Bella
obviously the rule doesn't apply to me, duh.
Thank you.
It's relaunch night, and Chef Ramsay is determined to change Bella Luna's negative reputation.
So how are you?
Thank you for coming back.
So he's invited back many of the unhappy customers that were at the town hall.
Hello.
Cavatelli and chicken parm, that completes table 6. Go, 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 go.
Very early into service, John Franco's attention to detail in the kitchen is paying off as customers are thoroughly enjoying Chef Ramsay's new menu.
Oh my God. It's better than my mom. So Franco, they go put in an ossobuco and a pasta dish that they're waiting a long time.
Okay, all right, I'm sorry.
Come on, guys. Fucking hell.
Okay, all right, look how many tickets we have packed.
But just midway into service, John Franco is overwhelmed with the rush of tickets
I need sea mussels.
We're working on it, Tracy.
and maintaining the standards of the new menu.
Now, which table did she say I need?
Come on.
And a relaunch that started off on a positive note is suddenly in jeopardy.
Still waiting on table 6. How long do you think?
It's going to be a little bit more because you have a well-done prime rib.
No, I don't have a well done frying.
All right, so, okay.
Come on, guys. Get the tables together.
A minute strong and a sweet salad.
Are you kidding me? All of you. Quick! If you think I'm serving that, you're dreaming. We may as well go back to where we were. Right? All of a sudden, we just drop the fucking standards. The next person that throws that out at me, I will throw them out.
Yes, chef. Come on, guys, let's go.
Give me you.
He.
Is that what you busted your ass up for?
No. Absolutely not.
Come on. Right. It's in front of your eyes. Get them together.
It's relaunch night, and John Franco's standards have dropped in the middle of service.
If you think I'm serving that, you're dreaming.
And Chef Ramsay is not exactly pleased.
Is that what you busted your ass up for?
And we have just cleared out the whole board.
Right. It's in front of your eyes. Get them together.
Okay.
In 2 ways, a kitchen functions. You run it or it runs you. All right.
Turn to vote.
It's been about an hour and a half, right? One little mistake and he sinks to oblivion. Get in there and get him lifted up.
Come on, honey, you're okay. Don't worry about it. Everybody's happy. Okay, honey, don't worry.
John Uncle's under a lot of pressure right now,
You guys are doing great.
but he needs to know how to deal and work with it.
So we need another shuttle. We need all the stuff.
Junk.
Wait, I need a Parpadella and also Uber right away. That's it. Are we ready for table 6? Yes, we are. All right, let's go. Start getting that. All right. We got salmon. I need it right away. You know, run it down. Pies with gravy.
I'm proud of you. It's amazing to meet you. Franco actually gets it.
Here you go. That's the Parpadella.
How are we doing? How was your dessert? Oh, so good.
There we go. Yeah, Buttercup don't go nowhere. No.
Let's be honest, it wasn't perfect. Hello. Fine. Beginning, the end. And you just your head in a pan. This place is gonna be take care of it. Oh, big man, thank you. Sorry, you. Take care. Don't touch shit.
Get your ass back in here. Bring him in here.
Oh, nice.
You're supposed to have a gun.
We're not ready. Such a big challenge. Success succeeds. More than anything, is the discipline to follow it through. Wow. Ballerina.
The months that followed, Rosario Francis' suggestion that women's business
All you gotta say is,
And try to save Bellaguna. I feel so blessed.
make sure everybody's healed.
Due to some issues with the landlord, Bella Luna had to close temporarily and is now searching for a new location. They hope to reopen very soon.
Keep exploring. You guys go back to your rooms. Okay. Oh.
It was a Tuesday, one of those deceptive, clear-ski mornings where you'd expect nothing more than back-to-back meetings and maybe, if you're lucky, a sandwich that hasn't been microwaved into rubber. I walked into Larkwell and Company like I had for the past 6 years. Same ID badge. Same elevator that creaked a little on the 10th floor. Same receptionist who gave me the usual tight-lipped nod. Everything felt familiar, until it didn't. My name's Everett Hale, and my boss is the CEO of Larkwell and Company. Yeah, you read it right. My boss is also a mortgage broker. Or at least, I used to. I got the summons at 9:02 a.m. A calendar notification from Miranda's executive assistant. Subject, future discussion with executive office. I thought it was a project issue. Maybe a client
Oh,
crisis.
cardigan.
I was being naively hopeful. It was finally time for that promotion talk I brought up every quarter for the past 3 years. But when I opened her door, I knew. Miranda sat behind her pristine glass desk in a blazer I hadn't seen before, navy with silver trim, like she'd chosen armor for the occasion. She didn't look up at books,
35 or 200
just tapped a
short.
crooked email with her manicured nail. Her tone was ice over steel. I consider this disloyal. Disloyal, not ineffective, not unprofessional, not dishonest. No, disloyal. I glanced at the paper. It was an internal memo from another company, Dalton Nexus. When I had interviewed with last Thursday, I told Miranda I had a dental appointment. It wasn't a total lie. I did have one, just not at a dentist's office. I opened my mouth to explain, but she cut me off. Don't bother denying it.
Okay, where'd the other dude go?
From the premises. You can collect your personal belongings, but your badge and building access are revoked immediately. No raised voice. No fury. Just calculated dismissal. She pushed my badge across the desk like it was evidence in a trial. You want to know the funny thing? It wasn't getting fired by my own wife that stunned the most. It was realizing, in that cold moment under fluorescent lights, that I had stopped being her equal years ago, and I was the only one who didn't notice. When Miranda and I first started at Larkwell, we were both on the grind. Late nights, ramen dinners at our desks, brainstorming client campaigns while folding laundry. Back then, we were a team. We even called ourselves Hale and Vale, like we were our own agency. I loved that version of us. But then things shifted. Slowly. Quietly. Like water eroding rock. She rose faster. Got noticed by the board earlier. Started getting CC'd on emails I wasn't. At first, I was proud. Of course I was. She's brilliant. No denying that. But then came the subtle exclusions. Client dinners I wasn't invited to, strategic planning sessions where I was looped in later, raises and titles past the explanation. We don't want to look like we're favoring you. Favoring me? I had landed the Richter account. I brought in Stratos Bank after 3 months of cold calls and coffee meetings. I had single-handedly salvaged $1 million client after one of the junior execs forgot to deliver assets on deadline. But none of that was counted. Why? Because Miranda and I shared a bed. I was the conflict of interest in her story of success. She told me once, after a third denied raise, that she couldn't be seen elevating her husband. I asked her, dead serious, then what am I doing here? She didn't answer, but she did start referring to me in meetings as Everett from Strategy. Not my husband, not Dale, just a staff title. Disposable, replaceable, wrapped into a box. Still I stayed. I justified it. Said I was being supportive, that I was sacrificing for the bigger picture. But looking back, I was being silent while I was slowly erased. 3 years of quarterly raise proposals. You know the kind. Nicely formatted PDFs with market data, performance graphs, client revenue tied directly to my work. Every time, the same rehearsed lines. Budget's tight. Infrastructure. Your value, Everett. Just not this quarter. Yet I was just got better titles, bigger bonuses, newer offices. One of them even got the private parking spot I was promised in my last review. Miranda said it was out of bounds. I said nothing until I didn't. One night, after another lukewarm conversation, behind the scenes role, I opened my laptop and updated my routine for the first time in 6 years. Not out of spite. Out of spite. I got a Dalton. Following my campaign for a while and learned that they would be expanding their marketing division and strategists to create something from the ground. I took action. Miranda, it was for my employment. Tying to everything. Even brought flaws just in case she asked for They pulled out public work. Said, you've been the ghost behind Larkwell's wins, haven't you? I smiled. I've definitely contributed. He laughed. I like that. But I can see it. Your fingerprints are all over their growth. He ended the meeting with a handshake and these words. We'll be in touch. And I hope next time we meet, it's as colleagues. And then, Tuesday happened. Miranda found out. Whether it was through HR chatter, an email leak, or just plain I don't know. But what I did know, she didn't ask why. Didn't say, Everett, what's going on? Didn't say, are you unhappy? Didn't say, why not tell me? No. She went full CEO. Revoked my badge. Disloyal. Made a
a scene without making a scene. Surgical and clinical. But the thing she never realized was that I wasn't interviewing because I was trying to hurt her. I was interviewing because I wanted to be hurt. I didn't need her approval. I needed space to breathe. To be seen again. Not as her husband. Not as a PR liability. But as the professional I knew I was. Now, sitting at home in sweatpants, I opened my laptop and looked at the PDF of my final denied raise request. Page 4. The summary slide. Projection. Provided a 20% salary adjustment. Everett Hale will bring in an additional $3.2 million in revenue growth over the next 12 months. The timestamp, 8 months ago. You want to guess what the actual numbers were? $3.6 million. And that was just from 2 clients, Richter and Crescent. I delivered. I over-delivered. And I got canned for looking for a new pasture. But here's what Miranda didn't know. Reed didn't just want to offer me a role. He wanted me to be the entire division from scratch. He wanted my voice in branding, in client relations, in campaign direction. Not just to execute, but to shape vision. Something I hadn't been allowed to do at Larkwell for years. I stared at my inbox, then hit reply. Subject, Reed. Thursday. Message. I read. Thursday still works. Looking forward to the next conversation. I leaned back in my chair and looked at the faint reflection in the laptop screen. Miranda called it disloyalty, but I call it choosing myself. And if that makes me the villain in the movie, then so be it. I'd rather be the villain in her story than the ghost in my life. It's strange. I remember when your world starts shifting. I didn't remember the 6 years of working late to clean up someone else's mess. I didn't think about the dozens of campaigns I brought across the finish line.
What does it? Ooh.
What I remembered most in that moment was how quiet the office suddenly became when I picked up that cardboard box. Number one, the "you've been fired" box. I had left it under my desk for years. I always joked that I'd use it when we moved floors during expansions. Turns out, it had a much colder purpose. I kept it classy. I didn't sweep everything into it like I was supposed to. No dramatic slamming of desk drawers. Just slow, intentional movements.
There we go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Thank you.
The branded coffee mug Miranda delivered 3 years ago to my favorite strategist.
All right.
Said, now
that we got this one going again.
And the ceramic paperweight in the shape of a lion I'd gotten.
Now we're going to go to our next one.
6 years. That's all it took to erase it. People watched me. No one said a word. No one dared. Concerned. But no one stepped forward. Except Julia. She worked in UX. Brilliant mind. Kind heart. She slipped me a sticky note as I closed the last flap on my box. I didn't deserve this. It was written in green ink. I opened the note carefully and placed it inside the mug. My hands didn't shake. I just stood, looked around the room I helped shape. Longer than usual. Maybe it was the fact that my own wife was upstairs pretending like I'd never mattered. Something being born. The door opened. I stepped out. I was tucked under my symbol of defeat or quiet victory, depending on how you framed it. As I reached the parking lot, my phone buzzed. Reed Dalton, can you meet Thursday? I stared at the screen, then typed it out.
There we go.
And right then, right as I hit send, another text came through. One of the junior associates in client management. She'd been shadowing me for months. Smart girl, good instincts. Her message? Everyone's it happened. I ignored it, not out of malice. I just wasn't interested in being the next round of offers.
Gotcha, bitch.
I backseat of my car and closed the door with intention, not anger, not shame. You know, when I first joined Larkwell, Miranda and I used to carpool. We drive in together, listening to old rock ballads, talking about client ideas and what we wanted our futures to look like. But over the last year, separate cars, separate calendars, separate everything. It's like we stopped being us the minute she stepped into that corner.
Let's see.
I used to think love could survive anything. Turns out, it can't survive being managed by a staff member. Driving, I rolled down the window and let the wind hit my face. Like I was finally standing long, that it lasted 5 years. I closed the bottom stared at it. Everything I had brought into the office over 6 years was now contained in a single cardboard box. That should have happened earlier. It felt like I was finally packing for someone else's expectations and getting ready to laptop and a document. Now, I didn't feel like it, but I did because for the first time in a long time, I wasn't waiting on a product review. I was waiting on a spouse to
Nice job, you two.
I wasn't waiting for a meeting invite to prove I belonged. I was going to make it known, starting Thursday. By the time Thursday rolled around, I had reread Dalton's message at least 10 times. We've got something to know. Not, we'd like to learn more about it. Not, thanks for your interest. No, Reed wasn't fishing for talent. He knew what I could do. And now,
Get your ass back here.
what she did, I was free to prove it. Without guilt. Without hiding. Without looking over my shoulder in case she walked into the room and suddenly decided I was overstepping. That morning, I pulled my best blazer from the back of the bus. Not the one I wore for office presentations. This one was tailored, dark gray, subtle plaid lining. It said, I don't need your approval. I'm already hired. I shaved. I actually shaved. That's how serious it felt. When I arrived at Dalton Nexus headquarters, I realized this was a whole different league. Larkwell had rented office space on the 6th floor of a dated corporate tower with beige carpets and the behind a seafood place. Dalton Nexus? They owned a glass tower with rooftop gardens and an art installation in the lobby that probably cost more than Miranda's tenant. I front desk, got my visitor badge, greeted by a sharply dressed woman named Nora, who introduced herself as Reed's executive coordinator. Mr. Dalton's expecting you, Mr. Hale. Not Everett. Not Miranda's husband. Just Mr. Hale. It felt good. Cleaner. Like I was being given my money back. We took the elevator to the 28th floor. The door opened. Open concept space filled with glass, greenery, and people who didn't surviving their careers. They looked like they owned them. Reed met me at the entrance of a modest but beautiful office that overlooked the river. Everett, he said, shaking my hand firmly. Thanks for coming on short
I actually think I'm getting sick.
And please, don't hold the laser. I'm addressed. He chuckled. I respect the commitment. We sat. No pitch deck. No presentation. No resume review. Just two people who had known of each other from across professional lines for years. I heard about your exit from Larkwell, he said after a moment. I raised an eyebrow. News travels fast. He nodded. It wasn't my place to mention it Tuesday, but I knew. In fact, that's part of why I moved this meeting up. I said nothing. Let him talk. We've been reevaluating our agency partnerships for months. Larkwell's work was strong, but inconsistent, and that inconsistency stopped with you. The moment you were gone, our account rep changed, and our campaign suffered immediately. That was quick, I said. We have tracking metrics, Reed replied. We noticed the impact of your absence within 48 hours. He leaned forward then, clasping his hands. I'll be direct with you. This isn't an interview. It's a job offer. I blinked. He wasn't bluffing. He pulled out a folder, opened it, and slid it across the desk. Director of Strategic Development. You'd be building and leading our internal marketing. Total freedom. Budget authority. No handcuffs.
I don't think we rushed anything on this one.
Take the night to think it over. Staring back at me was nearly double what I made at Larkwell. More than I had ever dared to ask Miranda for, because I knew the conversation would be spun into a moral debate about leaning back, letting him absorb it. It's not charity, he said. It's market rate for someone with your record. You're not here because you're available. You're here because
This is
you've been
weight
watching
room,
for a while. I
fitness
swallowed.
room,
Not because I was nervous, but
athletics
because I
room.
finally felt seen, not tolerated. Not tolerated in silence, but wanted. Can I be honest? I asked. Reed nodded. Please. Yes. I tapped the paper. This is the first time in 3 years someone
Damn
looked
it.
at my work.
Gotcha, bitch.
Making me feel like I was asking for too much. He just said, then let this be the last time you settle. I took the folder. Didn't sign it then and there. Out of respect. Out of professionalism. Out of the fact that I wanted to walk into this decision with clarity, not reaction. As I left the building, the sun hit just right. I looked out over the Riverwalk and thought about how Miranda used to call me a dreamer when I wanted to pitch to Dalton Nexus directly. They're out of our league, she'd said once. No? I was walking into the heart of their operation with an offer to lead. And Miranda? I said no. 3 days. That's how long it took for the ripple to become a wave. On the surface, it looked like a standard business transaction. One marketing contract shifting to another agency. Happens all the time, right? But when the account represents 30% of your annual revenue, it doesn't just sting.
I think it's time to do a quest.
And then that account leaves because the very strategist who built it, me, was escorted out like some liability. Well, then it's not just a business loss. It's personal. I was sitting at my new desk at Dalton Nexus. Yes, my desk. Full window view, sleek walnut finish, ergonomically designed chair. Not a cubicle. Not a hand-me-down station in the corner. This office had a door, and the nameplate outside said Everett Hale, Director of Strategic Development. It still didn't feel real. Until 11:02 a.m., when I received a CC on an outgoing client communication.
Mr. Burt,
Transition of service.
old Longfeller.
Miranda Vale, CEO, Larkwell and Company. From Reed Dalton, CEO, Dalton Nexus. CC. Everett Hale, Director of Strategic Development.
Order treatment.
After thorough internal review and strategic realignment, Dalton Nexus has made the
Nicholas.
decision to terminate our agency partnership with Larkwell and Company, effective immediately. We are grateful for the work your team has provided over the past several years and wish you continued success. All marketing assets and live campaign responsibilities will transition to our new internal department, overseen by Mr. Everett Hale. Please arrange the secure transfer of all materials by end of business Friday. Back in my chair and stared at the screen. Not because I was shocked, but because the poetic timing of it. This was Miranda's moment.
There we go.
Inbox, her boardroom, her weekly executive update. All of it was about to catch fire, and I hadn't lifted a single match. I didn't say a word against her. Didn't beg Dalton Nexus to drop Larkwell. Didn't craft a vindictive memo behind the scenes.
Go explore for me.
Was exist. And that was enough. A knock at my door broke my thoughts. It was Tessa, one of my new team members. Bright, sharp, and about 5 steps ahead of most in the room. Everything good? She asked. I smiled.
Sitting there.
Better than good. Everything's in motion. She gave a nod. I just got looped in on the transition protocol. I'll start pulling the assets. Appreciate it. When she left, I opened my inbox again, this time to the internal Slack. Quiet messages from people still at Larkwell. From Jared, Design.
I'm gonna send you out to explore too.
That's got a sting over there. You're in the driver's seat now, aren't you? From Aria, Accounts. Miranda's ears been closed all morning. No one's talking. We all know why. The irony was too rich. She fired me for guilty. She lost her credibility because you don't throw away your movie and expect the stadium to stay full. And maybe, just maybe, she was starting to realize that. At 2:16 p.m., I got a text from an unknown number. I didn't need to guess. Miranda, I assume you had something to do with this? No greeting, no grace, just deflection. I stared at it, thought about responding. Something measured, something calm, something like. Only thing I did was my
Armored
job.
Vault shoot.
Just not for you anymore. But instead, I left her on read, because nothing speaks louder than silence. By Friday morning, I didn't need insider updates. The industry buzz was doing all the talking. Larkwell and Company, once positioned as a rising star in regional brand strategy, was suddenly the subject of subtle side glances and clipped conversations in glass wall boardrooms. The chatter wasn't loud, but it was relentless. A murmur, the kind that spreads like smoke. No flame.
I heard you.
But everyone can smell the burn. The center of it all.
It's all good.
The woman who had once commanded the she invented gravity. Now she was struggling to hold it. I'd worked long enough to know how the whispers would sound. Nexus. A third of their Q2 pipeline. Managing that sound. Wait, wasn't it her husband? Yeah, that part was spreading too. Apparently, a few employees, maybe out of guilt, maybe out of spite, had confirmed the details to key clients. And once word got out that Miranda had fired her husband, who was the lead strategist on the Dalton account, 3 days before the partnership was canceled, well, that didn't look like a leadership win. That looked like emotional incompetence. At Dalton Nexus, we weren't celebrating. That's not the culture here. Reed wasn't gloating. My team was just focused, getting the transition done smoothly. No drama, no rubbing salt in the wound. But me? I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy the poetic symmetry of it all. Around noon, I got a Slack ping from Tessa. FYI, Miranda reached out. Wants a Zoom call about the timeline. You want me to respond? I typed back. You can handle it. Keep it polite. Keep it tight. She sent a thumbs up emoji and left it at that. Professionalism. Precision. Exactly what I wanted this way. But a few minutes later, another message. This time, Aria, accounts, Larkwell. Miranda's pacing the floor. CMO just stormed out of a meeting. They're in meltdown mode. I didn't reply. I didn't need to. Miranda had made her choice. She framed it as company loyalty, painted my quiet job search as betrayal. But what she really did was remove the one person keeping the ship balanced. And the crew? Started to notice. I laid out my old colleague, Lex, sent a picture.
Nah.
A grainy snapshot of the Larkwell whiteboard from their strategy room. Under the heading Q2 Revenue Goals, Red Flag Clients. 3 names were circled in red marker. And at the top, Dalton Nexus, terminated. I stared at the photo for a while. Not with pride, but with resolve. I didn't engineer this collapse. I didn't manipulate anyone. I hadn't sent a single bad word about Miranda to Reed or the board. I'd done my job somewhere else. The truth had done the rest. And now, the company I had built half of, brick by strategic brick, was fraying at the seams because the one person who should have protected its foundation decided her ego came first. Like the old saying, the fish rods from the head. As the day wrapped up, he asked. Yeah, I said. We're moving faster than expected. He leaned against the doorframe. Miranda reached out to me this morning. Very polite. Very
I don't think there's any food left in here.
I arched an eyebrow. And he smirked. I told her we've already transitioned 80% of the materials, and that our internal results have already improved since bringing you on board. He paused. She didn't respond. I nodded slowly. I imagined she wouldn't. Reed stepped back. You ever need time, let me know. This kind of situation.
Hell.
Personal. I smiled. It used to be, you know.
Welcome to Super Duper Mart.
And I meant it. Because somewhere
How can we be of service?
and being hired by someone who
So is there any food left here at all?
I didn't need Miranda to
Sorry to trouble
apologize.
you. We're looking for these ingredients.
All I needed was the room to rise. And now I have
I'm so sorry. There's no food left here. This is all we got.
control. I sipped my coffee, no longer racing the clock, no longer dreading Miranda's voice behind a closed door. I had my own door now. Just before 9 a.m., I checked my inbox. A new message caught my attention. The sender, Carlin Royce, senior board member, Larkwell and Company. Subject, request for meeting. I leaned back in my chair, sipping slowly. Carlin Royce was no lightweight. A shark in a tailored suit. One of the original founders. He rarely involved himself in internal personnel drama, unless something was on fire. And I knew exactly what was burning. I opened the email. Dear Mr. Hale, I hope this message finds you well. I understand there was an incident last week involving your employment with Larkwell and Company, and I would like the opportunity to discuss this further with you directly. Please let me know if you'd be available for a brief conversation today or tomorrow at your convenience. Best regards.
Return.
Colin Royce, senior
Let's
board
use
member,
it.
Larkwell and Company. Polite, polished.
Do, do, do,
Desperate.
do, do.
I smiled, but I didn't answer right away. I finished my coffee. Took a call with Tessa about the upcoming branding rollout. Walked through our campaign metrics with the dev team. Only after I'd taken care of my house did I respond to the one that tried to evict me. Hi, Carlin. Thank you for reaching out. I'm available for a brief phone call at 4:30 p.m. today. Let me know if that works. Everett Hale. He replied in 6 minutes flat. That told me everything I needed to know. At 4:29 p.m., my phone rang. Mr. Hale, Carlin said, voice smooth and deliberate. Thank you for taking the time. Of course, I said. What can I do for you? I'll get straight to it. I've reviewed your personnel file, your
8
performance,
or
your
plus 6.
contributions to our client portfolio, and frankly, your sudden dismissal came as a surprise. I didn't respond. He continued. I also understand you've accepted a new position. That's correct. A leadership position, I assume. You assume correctly. There was a pause, long enough to make it awkward. We'd like to offer reinstatement, he said,
Wait,
with full salary adjustment and a title promotion. Senior Vice President of Strategic Growth. We're offering for a 10% signing bonus should you choose to return. It was a generous offer, on paper, but paper never told the whole story. Carlin, I said gently, that's very generous. But I've moved on. I'm leading an internal division now. I have ownership over strategy. I have a team I believe in, and I'm building something new. There was another pause, this one colder. This isn't just about you, he said, dropping the friendly tone. We're trying to protect a structure that's unraveling. Ah, there it was. The truth. They didn't want me back for me. They wanted the stability I brought. They wanted the client comfort I represented. They wanted to plug the leak before the boat sank. Too late. I understand, I said, and I wish you luck. But going back to Larkwell would mean stepping back into a space where I wasn't seen until I left. You don't fix that with a title. He sighed. I suppose I can't convince you. No, I said, but I appreciate the call. He hesitated one more time. For what it's worth, you were never the problem. I let that sit for a second. Then I said, I know. And I hung up. No anger. No gloating. Just peace. Because here's the thing about late offers. They always come too late. Tuesday morning started early. I like being the first one in. There's something
Hi,
about
LJ.
the untouched office. The quiet hum of systems warming up. The city outside still rubbing sleep from its eyes. It feels like momentum waiting to happen. I sat at the head of the long table.
Thank goodness you're here. I'm all alone and my supplies have run out.
Not Miranda's overflow meeting.
I just put an application into the Dollar General up in Huntington.
Then sharp minds, unjaded by old systems. People who wanted to build, not just follow. We had gathered to finalize the rollout of our first full in-house campaign for Dalton
And then
Nexus.
what I can
The
do
rebranding
is
package for a tech client we'd onboard just last week.
window.
We were ahead of schedule,
I can
something I couldn't
walk
remember
my ass
saying
to
once in the last
Sissies
2 years of
and
our
sit there until
At 9:12
you get
a.m.,
off of work.
Reed walked in with his coffee. Morning all. Before we dive into the client
Until we can get you a vehicle.
Yeah.
Everett. He slid a thick folder onto the table and tapped the
Which
front.
you did say
Proposal evaluations.
once you're able to find another one, I can have
3 agencies.
I get paid
One of them
for
was
that one, right?
Larkwell and Company.
That's what I figured.
You're gonna, we gotta get the tail light fixed on it.
Yeah, I know.
Reed explained. They submitted a revised proposal. New lead strategist, updated pricing, bundled services. He said it neutrally, but I could feel the question beneath it. What do we do with the company that fired you? The room waited for my reaction. They were professionals, but they were also human. They'd heard whispers. They knew the history. I closed the folder and looked around. Evaluate them the same way we would anyone else. Reed raised an eyebrow. Even after what happened? Especially after, I replied. If we keep them on, it's because they're the best option. If we cut them, it's because someone else earned it, not because of history. Bria smiled, just barely. Tessa nodded and said, You sure you're okay leading that? Absolutely, I said. I don't have time for revenge. I have a department to build. But that wasn't the whole truth. I wasn't cold. I wasn't detached. I just didn't need to engineer anything. Because I had already seen the proposal. I had already reviewed the campaign data. And I already knew Larkwell's numbers were flat. Their presentation templated. The lead strategist was someone I had mentored 2 years ago. A decent worker. In short, they weren't the best option. So when the final decision came down from Dalton's executive team 2 days later, I wasn't surprised. The email was short, crisp. To Miranda.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Everett Hale. Subject: Dalton Nexus
1, 2,
Agency
3, 4, 5,
Realignment.
6.
Dear Ms. Vale, following a comprehensive review of submitted proposals, Dalton Nexus decided to transition its account to a strategic division under the direction of Mr. Everett Hale. We appreciate your agency's past efforts and professionalism, and we wish you continued success with your other
Number 6.
partnerships. Please coordinate asset transfer with our team by end of day Friday. Sincerely, Reed Dalton, CEO, Dalton Nexus. There it was. Not revenge, just results. No fire, no rage, just the quiet closing of a door. I didn't need Miranda to suffer. I just needed to succeed. Publicly, calmly, with such undeniable precision that silence became the only appropriate response. At 4:47 p.m., I got a Slack from Tessa. Miranda's assistant replied. She asked if we could extend the deadline. I replied, "Tell her the deadline is firm, but wish her well." Then I logged off, went home, poured a glass of wine, and for the first time in years, I didn't feel like I had to look over my shoulder, because I wasn't surviving someone else's system anymore. I was running mine. I didn't respond to Miranda's last message. You remember, right? I assume you had something to do with this? It sat there on the phone screen like a pebble, pointless, barely making a ripple. I left it unread, not out of spite.
Really?
I didn't owe her an explanation. I didn't need her to know the inner workings of my new life, my new clarity. What could I possibly say that wouldn't always be made clear by the fact that she had lost Dalton Nexus, and I was now overseeing everything she used to brag about having a grip on? She didn't deserve a response. She deserved reflection, and I hoped somewhere behind her thick office door that she was doing exactly that. But knowing Miranda, I doubted it. Because Miranda Vale had spent years learning how to silence guilt and dress it up in ambition. She could turn a blind eye to reality so long as her name stayed on the wall and the headlines stayed impressive. That's why I didn't gloat. Because someone like her would only see it as fuel, a challenge. She wouldn't hear it as the mirror I intended it to be. So instead of replying to her text, I moved forward. I focused on the team. We had just onboarded a new startup client, Viridian Labs, a well-funded group out of San Diego looking to disrupt data privacy in a real way. They'd been referred by one of Dalton's VPs, and they wanted something bold. Braver than the safe campaign Larkwell had been pitching for years. We brainstormed late into Thursday night. Maria had this wild idea of turning data ownership into a physical metaphor, a digital vault with keys made of prototype in less than 4 hours.
Making sure everybody has an Alti Fit.
Over the weekend, I was surrounded by the kind of energy I'd nearly forgotten existed in this industry. The thrill of creation, of possibility, of being before the wind.
It's just up
Not
her.
just showing
That's
up
good.
And in the quiet between team check-ins and client calls, the notifications started coming in. LinkedIn, Twitter, Slack whispers from old colleagues. Did you see the press release? Miranda stepping back from day-to-day operations. Larkwell board issued a realignment strategy memo to all staff. I didn't even open the full articles. The headlines were enough. She wasn't fired.
Gotcha.
But she was being shifted. Soft language, polite framing, refocusing on long-term vision, temporary delegation of operations to senior leadership, personal recalibration, all the corporate synonyms for you lost control, and we need someone else at the wheel. I sat back in my chair.
Okay, this has
watching
got to
the
be
city behind the glass.
I.
If you had told me 3 months ago that Miranda would no longer be leading Larkwell, I would have laughed. Hell, I wouldn't have even entertained the thought. She was built for power, practically born in a power suit. Into the outside world, she was invincible. The silence was louder than it's ever been.
Make
She
sure.
didn't send a
I gotta make sure everybody's at least got a gun
She
and
didn't try
an
to
outfit.
apologize or explain or rewrite the story. And I didn't chase one. Because clarity doesn't come from the people who hurt you. It comes from what you choose to do after. And I was choosing to build something better. 1 week later, I was invited to speak on a marketing panel hosted by Viridian Labs. Small venue. Thoughtful audience. But they wanted to hear from people who've navigated the jump from traditional agency structures to internal strategy leadership. The moderator, a sharp journalist, asked me halfway through, "Mr. Hill, what advice would you give to someone who's been passed over repeatedly, undervalued by people who claim to support them?" I paused,
246.
not because I didn't know what to say, but because I knew exactly what not to say. I didn't mention Miranda. I didn't mention the boardroom betrayal. I didn't even mention Larkwell. Instead, I said, stop waiting for recognition. Build something they can't ignore. The audience nodded. Claire gave a solid nod, but I wasn't there. You have to protect your value before anyone else will. That means keeping the receipts, your wins, your numbers, your hours. It means knowing what you bring to the table, even if they keep pulling the chair out from you. She asked gently. I looked out over her with attentive eyes. It was unsaid, but it wasn't anymore. After the panel, several attendees came up to chat. One was a young strategist from New York, Arjun, who said, I've been working under a founder who reminds me of another story. Visionary, but dismissive. Everything goes through him, even when he's wrong. I asked, have you started looking elsewhere? He looked embarrassed. I have, but it feels disloyal. I smiled. There's nothing disloyal about knowing when you've outgrown your cage. He stared at me and just clicked. And that was the real win. It wasn't the paycheck. It wasn't the office. It was that I was finally using my experience as something more than a cautionary tale. I was using it as a blueprint. That night, back at home, I poured myself a drink and scrolled through my inbox. Buried between 2 client memos was a LinkedIn notification. Vale has updated her job title. Founder and strategic consultant, Vale Advisory Group. So she'd spun it into something new. I wasn't surprised. She was always good at brand pivots. If anything, I admired her ability to reframe chaos into opportunity. But it was the message underneath that caught my eye. From Jessica L., receptionist, Larkwell. Just wanted you to know, since you left, 5 more people have followed. Aria's freelancing now, Jared's approving, and I'm giving my notice next week. You were the only one who ever made the place feel safe to grow. Thank you for showing us there's life after Larkwell. I read it twice. Then a third time, and only then did I allow myself one long, slow breath. Because that was the reply I never expected. It didn't matter. People I left behind, people who once watched me carry a car through the hallways. Building exits, not outer But they did fall. Not with drama. Not with sirens. Just quietly. Like a foundation crumbling beneath a house with too many floors. And all I had to do was walk away. No revenge plot. No PR scandal. No social media tirade. Just results. That weekend, I met Reed and his wife for dinner.
Hey, very
At tables, no suits in sight. Over appetizers, he raised a glass. To peace, he said. Silence. I chuckled, and knowing not to reply. He clinked my glass.
3, 4,
The
5,
greatest
6.
strategy of all. And as we ate, laughed, and talked about where the next story would take us, I realized something profound. You don't need to shout when you're already being heard. 1 year later, I found myself back at the same hotel ballroom where Miranda and I once attended a regional business leadership meeting together. She had worn a sharp black dress with shoulder pads that screamed command. I'd worn the only decent suit I had back been too snug in the shoulders. That night, she was called to the stage to accept a rising executive award. I clapped the loudest. I remember leaning over and whispering, "That's my wife," with a stupid, proud grin. Funny how time changes everything. Tonight, I was the one walking up to the stage. Same hotel, different name on the invitation. Everett Hale, finalist, Industry Vanguard Award. I stood in front of a sea of tables, executives, marketing veterans, tech disruptors, and polished PR reps. And instead of a tight suit, I wore one that felt like charcoal with subtle lapels. No nerves, no weight on my chest, just breath, just freedom. I shook the presenter's hand, accepted the plaque, and stepped up to the mic. I hadn't prepared a speech. I didn't need to, because what I had to say wasn't rehearsed. It was lived. Thank you.
Her A is high.
A year ago, I walked out of a building with a whiteboard button. And 6 years of work and raised a single breath. There was a small murmur. I smiled. But it happened. Because you can't face value. You can ignore it. You can underpay it. You can pretend it doesn't exist to preserve your own narrative. But real value, it doesn't vanish. It just finds a new home. I paused. I found mine at Dalton Nexus. Not because they gave me a title, but because they let me build something. And building something, that's always worth more than protecting something broken. The applause wasn't loud. It wasn't thunderous. It was steady, quiet, like people nodding in their own stories. They lived some version of it too. After the event, as the crowd thinned and people gathered around to serve trays next doors, a woman approached me. Older, silver hair, a dark emerald coat. Elaine Wilcox, former board advisor for Larkwell. We'd met only once. She did a quarterly review years ago. She extended her hand. Everett, she said, she handled that with dignity. Thank you, I replied. part one could control. She looked at me for a beat.
See,
I wish we had seen it sooner. I'm nodding. Most people don't see it until it's already walking out the door. She didn't argue. Just touched my arm gently and moved along. That night, I returned home to a quiet, not empty, just peaceful. The kind of quiet that feels like breathing room, not absence. I poured a glass of scotch, sat by the window. The city lights blink like reminders that life goes on, regardless of who's watching. Then I opened my laptop,
she's got
typed in
strong
Miranda's
suit.
name. Her profile had changed again. Miranda Vale, independent. She was still in the game, still branded, still visible, but the shine had dulled. No more articles quoting her as the next big thing. No fresh awards. A few panel appearances, sure,
Oops.
but the fame was gone. I clicked out, not out of pettiness,
750.
out of finality. And then the message came. 12 months of silence. No calls, no emails,
There we
no
go.
texts. Until now. You always said you wanted to build something. Congratulations, Everett. You earned it. I just wish I hadn't had to lose everything to understand. I stared at it. It didn't sting. It didn't warm me either. It just was. The echo of a closed chapter. The whisper of someone finally hearing what you were saying long after you stopped speaking. I didn't reply. She hadn't said, I'm sorry. And I didn't need her to. She'd already said the part one needed her to say. You earned it. And that was enough. Because for years, I thought if I just kept being good, loyal, patient, measured, that I'd eventually be rewarded. That Miranda would love me the way I cared. That she'd fight for me like I fought for her. But she didn't. She fought for image. For promotion. For position. And when she saw me as a threat to all of that, she cut me out. Clean. Efficient. Like I was just another line item in a quarterly report. What she didn't realize was that she didn't fire an employee. She unshackled a leader. Because leaving an office wasn't the end of me. It was the start of me. The real me. The version that didn't apologize for taking up space. The version that didn't edit himself to make others more comfortable. That version? He was just getting started. A week later, I was scheduled to host an internal team summit at Dalton. All departments. Graduation weekend. Tessa raised her glass across the table and said, to Everett, for teaching us that strategy isn't just about where we're going, but about who we become when we get there. The team clinked glasses, and I sat there, humbled, not because they praised me, but because they saw me, not as Miranda's husband, not as the guy who used to be behind the curtain, not as the mistake that got pushed out the door, but as someone who finally walked through the door he built himself. And it all came back to one phrase. The last thing I said to her, in that cold office, as she slid my badge across the desk and called me disloyal. I wish you well. Back then, it sounded like a farewell. Now it sounds like a boundary. A line between who I was and who I refused to become again. Because forgiveness doesn't return, and peace doesn't require proximity. So wherever Miranda is today, whether she's rebuilding or retreating, I do wish her peace. Someone who didn't value me gave me the room to discover someone who finally did. Myself. And that's the best image of all. Not success. Not applause. Not headlines. Self-respect. Freedom. And the quiet, unshakable power of knowing you never needed them to begin with.
Alright, so what we are going, well, you just gotta keep that up. Y'all ain't gonna get very fucking far. My people in this bunker are strapped. Alright, so good God. Main menu. We are done. Unless we want to. Damn it. Let's go to the vault list. I want to try something. You two, go explore. Hey, I said go explore, bitch. I'm fucking this vault up. Everybody's going to go explore. Nobody in the vault, so we're just. I'm gonna have fun with this one. We're just gonna fuck around with it. Make sure everybody's out. All right, everybody's out. And we will check on that all of them tomorrow. See how many survive. Oh, I'm evil. I'm gonna reinstall Baldur's Gate 3. Actually, no. Pause. Since we do have tomorrow. Where is 0? 0 hour. Let's play. And we back up 1. But where? Oh, okay. Let's see. Helldivers. Can't play Helldivers because it crashes my system. Can't play Expedition 33. It crashes my system. But I can play Baldur's Gate 3. I can play all the games that come out before those two. You should take it long. Oh, so I can only download 2 at a time. So, okay. We'll download those 2. So we will play Command and Conquer Generals tomorrow. I didn't realize I had Delta Force. We'll check it out too. But as we stand right now, Straight 38. We've been going for about an hour and a half. And so, not much going on. I think I'm gonna go through my laptop tomorrow and see about getting rid of some of this stuff because I've got all these games and over half of them I don't play. I mean, I don't know. Ned's got me kind of beat. We're just dicking around right now. BattleNet. See what's in BattleNet. I think the only thing I got in BattleNet's World of Warcraft, and I can't really access it. Because yeah, see. This it's just go. StarCraft and StarCraft 2, both one's been remade. Oh, man, we just messed up. I got an update available. Go ahead and get that update going. I wish y'all had a library. That's but account support forms. Games, my games, which would be my library. Dominate the battlefields of the far-flung future. Let's see. Okay. I'm connected with PlayStation Network, Xbox, my Google. Now we go to email address. All right. Don't connect with Facebook, Google, Xbox, PlayStation, Steam. All right. We're going to go ahead and close Steam. All right, we're good there. Play the Avowed. Don't play Overwatch. So all these games are free. Well, I'm going to keep that then. So BattleNet stays. Amazon Games, I'm debating on whether to keep or not. So oh wait. We're gonna add to new collection. Collection name. War games. So there's a great collection and update as your library grows. Just create it. Add to War Games. War Games. And we can do war games. Generals. Add to war games. New collection. Survival. That'll work. Mad Max. That's what I'll do. Then we'll do new collection, Dungeons and Dragons. Add to new collection. Somber game, no. The casual. Casual. Silly games. Silly. There we go. Wizards 101s and silly. Alright, 101 goes to silly. No, that's gonna be a totally different category there. Superheroes. Back to the collection. Zombies. All right. Let's make sure everybody. Actually, no. Let's rename that category. We'll just do horror. That way, it'll cover. Heaven Master Palia. Let's add those. We're going to rename that silly game though. Just I don't play that any damn way. Yeah. It's more. Let's add that there. Let's rename this. Quiet. Quiet games. Wait a minute, what is Once Human? Once Human is a multiplayer open world survival game set in a strange. Okay. So that got through in the wrong category. Once Human needs to go to survival. Yeah, because Quiet Games is going to be like stuff like this. I think we'll be good right now. So, as it stands, I think we're going to call it a night. I'm going to try and lay down again and see if I can sleep without coughing my ass off. So, with much love and respect, everybody, as always, remember, survival is living, and living is a dream. Be kind to one another.